Bianca, Terry and Bob on 97.3.
It's Child Protection Week this week, and we have two people joining us from Project Rescue Children, Kylie Robertson and the incredible John McLeod. Project Rescue Children have been helping victims' parents recovering abducted children from around the world and, in fact, right here in Brisbane for 15 years. They come across many types of human trafficking. It's just tragic. Child prostitution, child sexual exploitation. It's horrible that we even need these people, but thank God we have them.
And people like you, John, because, John, we've known you through hotel security, celebrity security initially, and, of course, you're that big, chunky, bald-headed guy who orchestrated Chappelle Corby's return. What are your skills? They're all based in a police background?
Yeah, it's Queensland Police, not Federal Police, but I've worked with Federal Police on many details when I was doing stuff at the hotels and whatnot. And I was based overseas for some time. I ran an international security company out of Bangkok and Cambodia, Laos.
Oh, my gosh, you must have seen some
And
stuff.
then come back and started Tora.
What brought you to Project Rescue Children then?
Helping Adam Whittington get out of jail in Lebanon.
That's a name I know.
Yeah, that's the guy from the failed
60
attempt.
Minutes.
Was it Sally Faulkner to try and get
Sally
the kids
Faulkner,
out?
Yeah.
Yes.
So Adam was over there with 60 Minutes. He got left behind, as you'll remember the story.
Yep.
Yeah. Certain things happened. We got him back here and we did an interview for a certain television station.
Yeah, gosh.
It wasn't 9.
But
I bet it wasn't.
Adam's now the co-founder of your organisation, isn't he?
He's actually the founder. I went to high school with Adam, so I've known him for many years. Obviously, with his work in child recovery, he came across a lot of instances of child trafficking overseas, wanted to do something, and that motivated him to start Project Rescue Children.
For those who are listening in the car, and we all live lives in bubbles as we go to Woolies, just go about our day-to-day life, right? What are the stats like?
2 million children across the world are trafficked. Now, that's for labour trafficking, sex trafficking, soldiers as well. We're seeing that more and more as well.
What do you mean, soldiers?
In countries like Syria, where young children are recruited, whether it be to fight in those wars or used as human shields, that's becoming quite common. Little kids fighting in wars that they just don't know.
Devastating.
Is that the sort of work you guys are trying to work against internationally?
We have several roles. We have an intelligence-based operation, so if we get tips, we follow it up. So we have a hotline at the organisation, intel@projectrescuechild.org. So if people go overseas and they see anything like that, don't want to go to the police for whatever reason, or they're here, drop us a line and we can follow it up anonymously for them. What we do is, again, I'm lucky to have, sophisticated equipment that a lot of these police, their intelligence departments don't have. So we can do a proper surveillance job and we can present this evidence to the local police and we can help them make the arrest and take these grubs out of society.
You've got to have a really tough persona, don't you? I mean, but I couldn't go in there and do it. I'd be devastated.
You do have to have a degree of separation. There's a 11-year-old girl that I can talk about that was quite upset with me trying to relocate her because she was the breadwinner for the family. The mother had tried to commit suicide by drinking insecticide and was paralysed, was at home, and the 11-year-old girl was very popular with these people that travel as sex tourists, and I went in to try and grab her. She was very upset.
Because she saw her role as important to keep the family alive.
Exactly.
Right.
So
That's heartbreaking,
it's
isn't
absolutely
it?
heartbreaking. So that's the sort of decisions you have to make.
Was she aware at that age that what was going on was wrong, or did she have, and tragically, no other life to compare it with?
She had no other life to compare it with.
Oh, my God.
She couldn't really grasp what we were trying to do or why we were trying to do it.
Oh, my God.
Are you guys cutting across legal lines? I mean, basically, it sounds like you're on the outer edge of all the different groups of people who are working against child exploitation.
But it's within full compliance of the local authorities. We work with them because we're not rogue operators that just go in and do these raids, because we want these guys off the streets and we want these children to have the same opportunities as children here in Australia. So we have to follow the guidelines. We have to do it by the law to make sure that those guys are taken off the streets.
Our guests are Kylie Robertson and John McLeod from Project Rescue Kids.
Stay with us. Part 2 is coming up. What real threats do our children here in Brisbane face? And how does Chappelle Corby fit into all of this? We're going to find out next.
In this Child Protection Week, our guests are from Project Rescue Kids, directors Kylie Robertson and John McLeod. They fight child exploitation here and overseas. And John was also the security expert who orchestrated Chappelle Corby's return to Australia.
Chappelle Corby is back in Australia more than 12 years after her arrest in Bali for drug smuggling. The 39-year-old landed in Brisbane, but she's yet to be seen, with her security team taking media on a wild goose chase.
How much of what Project Rescue Children does actually happens, like, right here in Brisbane?
Happens in every corner of the globe.
We're
At home.
tracking 12 people on the Gold Coast as we speak.
Oh, my God. That's shivering.
How are you funded?
The public. We're not funded.
Donations. We're 100% volunteers. We just rely on donations.
One of the people who helped bring attention to you guys, and John, I know you were involved in her journey back to Australia, was Chappelle Corby. There were two situations there. I think the first was a posting, wasn't it, B?
Oh, yeah.
She first came out.
She posted a handbag with a photo of missing toddler William
Tyrrell.
Tyrrell.
Yeah.
And that was really controversial, but wow, what a brave thing to do.
It wasn't controversial on... I'm not speaking for Chappelle, but on her side, she was just saying, you know where I am. The attention shouldn't be on me. Where's this poor kid? Where's William Tyrrell? That's all she was trying to say. She wasn't making a political statement, I don't believe.
Yeah.
She was just saying, I've got all this world's media upon me. Where's William? Don't worry about where Chappelle is. We know where Chappelle is.
And she's further gone into support you guys by the auctioning of her parole papers to help raise funds for you guys too.
Yeah, it was the only possession she returned with from Bali.
Wow.
When we got her out of jail in 2013, well, I went over to assist, she went to parole, and that was when she first signed these books.
Yep.
Right? So the book indicated that date when we went to parole on the first time, and then every month she has to go back and she had to sign it. So it was dated each month and signed by the authorities over there. It was the only possession she had. When we left Bali, she had nothing. You would have saw the footage. We walked out of that house, Merck and Pell got into that car. They had nothing. That's how we got on the plane. They had nothing. She's got nothing.
She's looking to be a social influencer, and in the first instance, she brought attention to you guys.
In the first week that she was back, she gave us the only possession that she had. It raised $20,000 and got
great.
the word out there.
That's
she did a
fantastic.
remarkable job, and if Chappelle's listening, I'd like to thank her again. Thank you.
Absolutely same. Very grateful to Chappelle.
How do I come to Project Rescue Children, and what do I need to bring to you guys?
They come to our website, or if they engage with us on Facebook, if they want to send us a message, we're happy to talk to any parent at any time. Most of us are parents on the board as well. We know exactly what kids are doing because our kids are doing it, so we're always there to lend a hand to any parent.
As it is Child Protection Week, thank you so much for coming in, Kylie and John from Project Rescue Children. The website one more time?
projectrescuechildren.org.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bianca, Terry and Bob on 97.3.